Welcome back to 7-Minute Options. Today's Friday, July 16th, and I'm back in the office today after what's been an absolutely horrendous week. I've been away for a few days and I came back to this dumpster fire of a portfolio. I have a few positions expiring today that are just causing me all kinds of losses. Let's review them one by one. IPOD. This one is, normally I would just roll it, but I can't because it's still set to closing only. This has been the case for a few weeks now, and I was hoping that they would lift this, but it's still set to closing only, so I'm simply unable to roll it. So I have no choice but to close it, and I'm looking at pretty much a max loss here. Right, and again, this is a great example as to why I want to keep it small. I went and I got a little bit greedy here with 3 contracts. So this is 3 times the loss here. So basically 12.5 put, $10 put times 3. So this would be like $750 minus the 13. So okay, $737 is what I'm, sorry, times 3. So it's 39. So it's $711, right? 750 minus 3 times 13. $711 loss is what I'm looking at, minus the 360 I received in credit. So I'm looking at somewhere around a $350, $360 loss. There it is, 354. So I just gotta take it, and it's gonna cost me a few dollars to close it. I don't think there's a lot of people excited to buy this, so I'm gonna have to close the full quantity, and yeah, let's just get rid of it. So I'm gonna be probably upping this all day until it closes. I don't want to hold it till expiration. Generally, I don't want to end up with IPOD shares at this point in time. Pain in the ass. Okay. Next up is space. Absolute cluster. So this here, I sold the 42 put, right? Because we were hovering right around this $42 mark, and this 42 put was working great for me until Space announced that they are issuing more shares, basically, right? I think they're doing a $500 million stock issuance. So now they're going to flood the market with more shares, and of course that pushed the stock down. So basically we are looking at a full $400 loss minus the $110 of credit we received, looking at $290 in losses. I might be able to close it for a few dollars less than that, but in reality this is worst case. And it's interesting, back when we opened it, this was like a 20 delta or 15 or 20 delta. I don't remember now. We opened it a few episodes ago, but yeah, 1 week ago exactly. It's been for 7 days. So yeah, this is a great example. Even going to the 15-20 delta once in a while, 15-20% of the time, you are gonna look at something like this. And that was the 42 put. I think the 38 put was even lower, probably like a 10 or a 15 delta. And here we are way past it, right? And again, this was because of a binary type event, right? An unexpected market announcement. Oh, we're issuing more stock. Market reacts negatively. Even though the news other than this stock issue announcement has been generally positive. Again, this is just something that really went against us. I have no choice but to close it, record that 287 loss, and no, I'm not gonna roll this. So because right now it's I would be actually paying money to roll it because both strikes are in the money. So yeah, maybe I can pay it for $3.99. Maybe somebody will take it. We'll see. I most likely will have to spend the entire $400, and of course there's transaction fees of $2 for opening it. All right, another option here, Palantir. Yeah, this one is just going to expire out of the money. That's fine. Right now we're at 21.42. I got the 19 short put, 25 short call. We're gonna let this expire. I am going to just wait a little bit with my 100 shares and see what happens. I might do an earnings trade on this one. We'll see what IV does right before earnings, but there's earnings coming up on August 10th, so I don't really feel like rolling it. Yeah, so that's Palantir there. What else? Astra, another complete cluster. So basically, Astra has had a bit of a meltdown. I was hoping that it was going to stay above 1250. Again, there was some fantastic premium in here, and there's just a lot of stocks are just pulling back at this point. So this is expiring at a really unfortunate time. But if I look at Astra, basically, I could roll it out, but actually, I don't mind picking up the shares. I'm going to be picking up the shares for 1250 minus 93 credit I received. So that would be like $11.57 basically is what I'm going to be paying for the shares. And then as soon as I get those shares, I'm going to sell a call or sell a put against it. Again, IV is still really high on Astra. So after I wheel into this, I expect to get good money for my covered call, etc. So that's fine. I'm going to let this one go. I'm going to be picking up the shares, and that's going to be that. Let's see. The joy continues. Tilray, the 1819 debit call spread expiring worthless, out of the money. Yeah, no point holding that one. That's going to be worthless. 1404. Yeah, Tilray, huge move down here. Yeah, that one looked really good when we opened it, but it moved against me. This is just a horrible, horrible day. So yeah, those are the positions that I'm working on today. So again, really, trying to close IPOD, trying to close space, and again, this is like the worst. I got to spend a little bit more here, try to convince people to buy it. Okay, so IPOD is gone. That nightmare is over. Space. Let's see what's going on with space here. And again, $3.99. Fine, I can offer $400. And that one closed. Okay, so that's gone. So there you go. So those two are gone. And then just to recap, Palantir, my positions are expiring out of the money, so that's fine. Astra, I'm going to wheel into it, pick up the stock. Interesting here, you know, the buying power is a little bit low right now. A lot of the stocks pulled back, a lot of positions pulled back. Gold now is again challenging my 167 short strike. Pain in the arse, but I do get $1,000 buying power back. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's see how I did with gold. Actually, let me just quickly check gold here. So if I look at the chains, make sure I look at the right one and look at only the open position. There we go. So I've picked up $196 in credit so far. I can close it for $152 today. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to get my $44 or $46 profit. I'm going to basically take it off the table and free up that $1,000 of buying power. So let me just replace this order just because if something happens, I don't want to. Yeah, my buying power is being challenged right now. So there you go, back to 2200. You can see the buying power updated there. Sometimes buying power doesn't update automatically. I've noticed that with the Tastyworks platform. Sometimes I have to close it down and then reopen it, and then I see the updated buying power. But that time it did update quickly here, which is great. FUBO, doing okay on FUBO. I got a 24-28 short put, short call. Right now we're at 26, so 35 days left to expiration. So yeah, that's fine. My initial plan was to hold that through earnings, and I think I still might do that. Just like Palantir, I got earnings on August 10th. So the question is, why don't I do that with Palantir? You know what? I mean, it's not like the end of the world. I mean, I'm kind of desperate right now, but if I look at this one, this is going to free up some buying power here, which is great. On the other hand, though, I could keep this $2,000 buying power here, and if I look at this one, let's say I want to roll this out, roll expirations, I could get, there you go, 806. So August 6th would be the expiration right before, let me just bring up Palantir, right before earnings, right? I could go to the August 6th expiration, and that one will expire before the earnings announcement. And so if I go to, let's see, August 6th, I would pick up $17 for the short put, and I would pick up $11. So I pick up $30. And keep the buying power alive. I mean, yeah, why not? No, I'm just going to let it expire. It's not a whole lot of credit, and I take that short put off the table just in case Palantir does go lower or something. I don't want to end up with shares. So that's fine. I'm going to let the Palantir ones expire. Not a whole lot of juicy premium left in it. But pretty much everything is moving against me here. SoFi continues its meltdown, just like every other tech stock. Oh, what was that? SoFi. Here we go. There we go. Just been moving steadily down. I don't know what's happening there. At some point, I do expect it to climb back up. I'm surprised that the IV is actually that low. After it's been moving down this steadily for this long, and it's challenging the lower end of the Bollinger Band, I would expect IVR to be a bit higher. But really, I'm completely maxed out on SoFi. I don't want to take any more risk there whatsoever. But I don't have anything expiring soon. Usually, I'll probably start looking at the ones that are expiring 35 days from now. I might take a look at those next week when I'm in that 29, 30-day range toward the end of next week. Everything else is kind of just trudging along. But yeah, this is definitely a low point in the last few months. It's just been an absolute cluster. All right, so that's it. Happy Friday. We'll see how this picks up next week. All right, thanks. Bye.